Hello, 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 and welcome to What's It To You? I'm William.
Hi.
He's shy.
I know who I am. I need no introduction.
Top of the show today, we're going to talk about how deers are absolutely horrible, I don't like them.
They're giant rats. We're going to talk about how Viacuck is absolutely horrible. We can't say their name because they might copyright us.
And how ours are absolutely horrible. So,
it's all bad. Everything's bad.
The world is bad and nothing's going to be okay.
And you deserve to be miserable.
Alright, so I went to pick him up last night after I got off work. And
come here and record the show. For our loyal 2 audience members. Love you.
Casey watches this, and which I love you, baby. You're awesome. And I don't know who else watches. Maybe my brother sometimes.
Probably. He probably watched shows it to his friends, and he's like, "Look at this fag."
So deers are terrible. When I'm driving home and I see this deer on the side of the road, and I go, "Oh, it's a deer," and I start hitting my brake. And then, right when I almost get to it, it literally runs right into my vehicle, and I hear this loud thud, and the fucking deer goes up in the air. Like, it gets some airtime, it fucking falls down, and then it just gets up and runs off, and I'm just like, that was really loud. My car's fucked.
Fucking hurled it like those Olympic discs.
I'm pretty sure we were both thinking I was gonna have a pretty good dent in my car.
But no, the car's fine.
No, the car is a champ. Granted, it was only going 20 miles an hour at that point, probably, but
still like a ton and a half machine, you know.
Yeah.
Like a metal going 20 miles per hour.
But my mom yelled at me like, why I didn't stop and not hit it. I'm going 55 down the road. I see the deer. You slam on your brakes. You can only slow down so fast.
On top of that, it was on the opposite side of the road. It made the conscious decision to kill itself because it realized the miserable existence of a deer. They're just giant rats and fucking worthless. I used to live on the boonies in Shadow. Deer there all the time. I used to fucking kick deer. There's just so many of them, and they just shit everywhere, make noise. They're just nuisances.
Hey, remember though, they were here before we were.
No, they weren't.
Wait, well, they really weren't?
I mean, maybe the pre-evolution of that. I think humans, though, came before. Because there's...
No, I'm saying... Okay, but they were here before your family and that house was there. They were on this Oklahoma land.
Probably not. They don't have long lifespans.
But the deer species was.
Oh, no.
I don't know. That's one thing you always hear, like, whenever you complain about, like, birds or something. It's like, yeah, but the birds were here before we were.
Fucking so. I want to see them building shrines to honor their dinosaur ancestors. They seem like fucking heretics to me, so what do we do to heretics? They get nailed to the cross. Crucify them birds. If I could kill them.
Okay. I'm not even acknowledging that. So, and we're gonna get emails later if this show ever takes off.
What do we do to heretics? They get nailed to the cross.
You didn't mean to say it a second time.
Oh, that's a brilliant line.
Okay, so...
And equally as ratty, fucking Viacuck.
Yeah, so... Yesterday, when we did our recommendations, I want to try something different. This was on episode 6. He recommended Avatar: Last Airbender, and I'm like, you know what would be cool? What if we just put the trailer in there so you can kind of get an idea of what we're talking about? Which, you know, in terms of fair use laws, yeah, that's totally fine, because it's for the purposes of review. No, it's not okay. Viacom did a copyright claim on our video, and I had to go back and re-edit it and just put this footage was taken down by Viacom, or I put something like that.
And, it's like, this footage was taken by Viacom. Sorry.
So I had to do that, and that's one of those things where I understand that YouTube they're totally within the rights to let Viacom come in and go, hey, that's our stuff. We don't want that video up. And YouTube, hey, they are completely in the rights by going, okay, that's fine. We'll allow that.
But they're running an algorithm, which
yeah, like
we didn't have a fucking view on it, so they didn't even know.
I mean, it's one of those things where I don't know what the perfect solution is because you could easily just like upload full episodes in your podcast and use the podcast as like I'm gonna upload an Avatar. I don't really think people would do that, but it's like okay, there's a lot of footage. I actually want to look this up real quick.
I don't even get how those people do it, though. You know those YouTubers that make full streams of entire seasons of, like, Family Guy or some shit?
Yeah, I think they, like, flip the video or something, maybe?
Fucking probably. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We didn't flip the video. My bad.
So, 300...
It's our fault.
300 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute. So, and that's not, like with that, it is impossible to actually have a human review every single one of these videos.
But people aren't watching every single video regardless. So what harm is it?
Well, I mean, like...
No, because if you find like perfect copies of certain episodes on YouTube, then they'll gain traction eventually, and then they'll get taken down.
But there are some that don't.
Like what?
Like, actually, I want to show you something. If you go...
This will make us look like a liar because we're showing it.
Oh, I'll put a link in the video. Type in Avatar, The Last Airbender, Book 1. There's this dude who... I shit you not.
Watches the whole fucking
episode.
Just the whole show.
Yeah.
Does he just barely say anything too?
Yeah, he doesn't.
I'm surprised that flight is still, all together, seeing as how it looks like it's been here for a few years.
Well, he'll occasionally say something like that, but like.
Well, what's the cut?
You can watch the whole episode, but we put the opening in and we got it taken down.
And opening. It's not even the standard one. It was the first episode opening, if I remember correctly.
And he has 394,000 views, 31K subscribers, and 933 comments. I wanted to save that for you for the show.
Fuck you, Viacock. It's the fucking show notes. I'm done with Viacom.
Alright, so lately...
They can eat my penis.
We talk about this a lot on the show, but I
they
like
can suck my flaccid penis. They can never make me hard.
But they made Avatar. No, Viacom made Avatar. They own Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Nickelodeon made it. They owned it.
They allowed Nickelodeon to make it.
And?
They gave Nickelodeon the money to make it.
Hey, I'm only giving credit to the god that's Aaron E. Haas.
Who was employed by Viacom. Viacom gave him a platform to make his thing.
Were they employed directly by Viacom, or were they employed by employers in Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon, but like...
I feel like Viacom only steps in if they just want to be dicks and be like,
yeah, they're corporate.
Let's copyright strike this video that gets no views.
Well, they don't even do it, dude. They just tell YouTube what belongs. Like I guarantee no one from Viacom even knows that this happened. But like,
that don't make me feel better. And that's even more insulting.
What? That they're not even aware of our existence? I mean, why would they be?
We can fuck people from the comfort of our own homes.
It's automated.
It's automated rape.
Okay, so like I said, I gripe about this a lot on this show, but I cannot overstate how much I hate hours that just don't make sense. So the job I work, I have the 8 to 4 shift, you have the 4 to midnight shift, and you have the midnight to 8 shift. This last week since we recorded, my ass got to work I was off Thursday when we recorded and Friday. And then Saturday I went in and I worked from noon to midnight. A 12-hour shift. Noon to midnight, another 12. And then Monday I got to work 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. And then Tuesday 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. I was gracefully allowed with Wednesday off, even though I already worked 8 hours Wednesday because midnight to 8. Thursday, my boss tells me as I'm leaving Tuesday, hey, look, I need you to come in and work from 4 to midnight Thursday. Okay. So now I'm off today, which, oh yeah, I forgot to mention what time we're recording. This is technically the latest we've ever been. It is about...
The earliest, you mean?
No, this would be the latest. It is Friday at 4:34 p.m.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we always record on Thursdays.
We're late by an entire day.
I blame G4S Secure Solutions. But, like...
More editing work for Willie. Or quicker, I mean. You get less time to...
Yeah. I'm going to have to edit this after we're done, pretty much. Because I always try to edit Friday. But, moving on to the news. So, NASA wants to let us know that it is surprisingly hard to go to the sun.
It is 44 times the speed needed to go to Mars. And the curious question that leaves us in a constant conniption is that why don't we just cruise our way over to Mars
I think
first before going to
I think the reason
the sun
why we're not going to Mars is we already have rovers on Mars. They're trying to send a rover to the sun, but it's just like focus on other parts of Mars maybe because
maybe send a person there.
We're not to the Martian yet.
So why not? Can we send a person?
Literally the technology doesn't exist yet to get a manned mission to Mars.
Boo.
Plus, I feel like it'd be the Martian.
What, it would take about 8 months to travel here?
No, it took 8 months with a make-believe engine that doesn't exist. It took 8 months with like a make-believe engine that doesn't exist in the Martian. Like ion engines. Like, it just wouldn't happen with what we have.
I thought theoretical, because I thought a fucking rover can get there and...
Yeah, but like that, it's not carrying life support or anything like that, or supplies or any humans. Humans weigh a lot.
Yeah, it's just they had to do all this other neat nonsense shit in a fucking shell that can withstand so much high temperatures. And they could put the equal amount into.
And then the tricky part, you gotta bring the humans home too. You'd have to get them from Mars back to Earth.
We don't tell them that part.
Getting Earth to Mars is hard enough, but then you gotta get them back from a desolate planet back to Earth.
I mean, we said we have to. I mean, it's like are you ready to go to Mars? Yeah. And then finally, as it's about to launch, it's like, wait, did someone ask if we're coming back?
Oh wait, no. Did someone ask if we're coming back? Houston to Hermes Actual? We are go for launch in 10.
9. Hey, fuck. I can't unbuckle this. It's child safety look.
No, though, like, seriously. I think I've already recommended this before, but The Martian is a really good movie. There's a lot of one of those surprise movies that came out of nowhere where I'm like, oh, wow, okay. This is good. I like this.
You want to know what else that's a surprise that came out of nowhere? Emulation Paradise went to Paradise.
Yeah, so Emulation Paradise, or EmuParadise is what you'd actually type in. And it's this website that hosts all these ROMs, and a lot of them are just games that you can't get anywhere else at all. It's still technically copyrighted, and you're still technically stealing it, but there's no other way played unless you hunt down the old consoles and the old games, a lot of which are like super rare. Earthbound, for example. But you can buy Earthbound on the eShop, so that might not be the best example, but...
I'd say more just like older THQ titles and whatnot.
Yeah, like SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Or the older GameCube Spyro games.
Yeah, every name I'm listing, you can actually get now, like pay for. And Because I think they're re-releasing Battle for Bikini Bottom.
On what?
PS4. I'm pretty sure. I thought I read an article somewhere about that.
We need like a uniform archive for this shit too, because we have it. Because you can get any PC game that has ever existed, and
yeah,
but not any like Game Boy game, you know.
Yeah, classic Nickelodeon games are returning thanks to THQ Nordic. Yeah,
the Avatar game.
Here's the list of games that they plan to re-release. Avatar, list of Nickelodeon series whose games they plan to re-release. Avatar, Back at the Barnyard, Cat Scratch, Danny Phantom, LT
Back
Gray.
at the Barnyard had a game.
Yeah, apparently. Cat Scratch had a game. Cat Scratch!
I wonder if fucking...
LT Gray had a video game.
I wonder if Mucha Lucha ever had a game. Remember that show?
No, I don't. Dude, I vaguely remember LT Gray.
LT Gray? Yeah, I know that show.
Invader Zim, Jamie Neutron, My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Invader Zim had a game?
My Life as a Teenage Robot had a game.
I'm looking at a lot of these. I'm like, Tak and the Power of Juju. Wait, Tak was a game first. I forgot.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, Tak and the Power of Juju.
Yeah, that was a game first.
The Fairly Odd Parents. I knew that one had a couple games.
Ren and Stimpy. I've actually played the Ren and Stimpy game.
Wait, here's my question. Why is the Fairly Odd Parents US only? That's the only one that's US only. Why is that still a thing?
Wait, okay. If they're doing it by like how much of a market people are watching, how many from other countries have seen the Wild Thornberries or fucking Tak and the Power of Juju?
Rocco's Modern Life.
Rocco's, that's definitely American as hell.
Yeah.
Fucking
Cat Scratch.
Rugrats, I think that's an American thing exclusively. Disney
No,
too.
I think like our friends over to the east like it.
In the UK?
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone talk about it. Because
I don't know.
it's just like anything Nickelodeon, I assume they got different because they do got a different thing for fucking Cartoon Network too. Like Gumball was made in the UK. You know, Total Drama Island 16, they were made in Canada.
I kind of have to agree with this comment though. Like, this is both cool and incredibly strange all at once. Most of these games were forgotten because, frankly, they weren't very good in the first place. Yeah. The only one I can think of that is actually good is
the one on the fucking Tak.
Yeah, that's the only one I can think of that was actually decent. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie was...
It was okay.
It was okay.
I actually like the point-and-click adventure one.
Yeah, you've told me that exists, but I've never actually played it.
Yeah,
Wasn't it the PC version of it?
Yeah.
Was it actually good point-and-click, or is it just the novelty of a SpongeBob point-and-click game?
It was fun. It's a bit of both, because you explore, like, town and whatnot. And you just have fun with the point-and-click.
How does it compare to, like, a LucasArts point-and-click game?
Oh, it gets annihilated.
Okay.
Yeah, like, fucking, Day of the Tentacles, fucking Monkey Island, fucking Grim Fandango.
Dude,
rapes it.
I like Grim Fandango, and I like Day of the Tentacle, but I was never able to get into the Monkey Island games.
Oh, really?
Like, they're just too dumb. I don't know what other word to use.
Well, okay, what about Leisure Suit Larry?
That wasn't Lucas, though, was it?
Huh? No, I'm just talking about like other point and click.
It was silly.
I know one that's really good, but it ain't a comedy at all. It's fucking dark. It's
I know there's one that everyone likes. Like, it's like one word, and you're on this island, and it's like a mist. I know it's one a lot of people bring up, mist.
No. It's I have no mouth and I must scream.
Isn't that a new one?
No. This was made back in
okay.
98, I think.
I could have sworn that's like a sequel, maybe?
I have no mouth and I must scream.
I love the fact that we have a laptop in front of us now, by the way.
We just look at this shit. Oh, on your tablet.
Laptop works better.
Yeah, it was a book first, but then they made it a game. Yeah, and I must scream.
Could have sworn that there's like a sequel or something to it.
I wouldn't fucking know that.
No, apparently not, man. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking of. Might just been I saw that and I thought it was newer than it was.
Here's how dark it is. In that game, you play this one woman who has a fear of the color. Like in that game, there's just like a AI that took over the world. And he keeps 5 humans alive just to torture them. You know, that's what he does for fun. And you play as just 5 people. He picks these like certain scenarios that cater to their particular fears and that torture them. And there's this one woman. One of the more interesting ones is that he actually places her where the only spot on the world that can destroy him inside this pyramid. She gives her the option to fucking kill him. But inside the pyramid is all yellow. She has a terrible fear of yellow because she was raped in an elevator by a man wearing yellow.
Spencer, this is going to be a side tangent. But you know how we were talking about how video games like are trying too much to be like movies, the like point and click ones now?
Guess what's on IMDb?
Detroit Become Human has a 9.4 out of 10 on IMDb. This is like the only time I've ever seen a video game on IMDb.
Here's how bad we're regressing.
Oh no, Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain has a 9. Oh no, there's a lot. Almost all of them are on here.
Yeah, like games get higher ratings for some reason. I don't really know why.
Not as many people are reviewing them.
Yeah. Well, just apart from that, I don't get the. I feel like for point and clicks, we're actually regressing. They require less thought and just.
I see. I'm into that because I don't like puzzles. Last of Us has a 9.8 out of 10 on IMDb.
No.
The Walking Dead point and click game has a 9.2.
I like Last of Us, but
Life is Strange has a 9.1.
Who fucking makes these scores?
Until Dawn has a 9.
Until Dawn is trash.
Heavy Rain has a 9.1.
That's only good for one playthrough.
I keep meaning to beat that game.
You haven't even beaten it. You're kind of in where I'm at, where it's like, because they kind of regress. They're just not as good.
No, like the reason I never beat is I just never got around to it when I had PS3 because I had other games to play. And then I got PS4, and then I don't want to hook my PS3 back up because that takes effort.
The best you get in those types of games is quick time events, where it's more like finger yoga than an actual puzzle. Anything
I'm
that can
fine
actually
with that. Like as long as the story's good, I'm good. I'm Gucci.
Like, there's an actual part in fucking Heavy Rain where you have to fucking lobster claw your shit on there because he's trying to crawl through these like electric wires.
Oh, okay.
You have to
I just remember the one where you just had to go to dry off.
Yeah. But yeah, you have to fucking lobster claw the controller and also spin the fucking analog all at the same time.
Didn't that game use the PlayStation Move controller too?
PlayStation Move? I don't even remember that. Oh wait,
you don't remember the PlayStation Move, man? Look. You don't remember this thing?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, I could have sworn Heavy Rain. Imagine how bad that. Yeah. Is Heavy Rain better with move support? Originally designed with a motion controller in mind. Well, see, that's what your problem was. You didn't use the motion controller. It was made for the move. It is your fault that you didn't go out and buy a $100 move controller.
For one game.
Yeah. It was actually kind of fun with Resistance 3. You had the little gun attachment.
I didn't even like it with that, to be honest.
You didn't like Resistance 3 at all?
I like the game Resistance 3 for.
Oh,
I like it for one playthrough, but the gimmick kind of wears off after about 5 minutes. And then
it was fun for the first level.
And then I'm just like, I'm more accurate with a controller.
Yeah, it's fun during the first level on easy.
But Resistance is hard as fuck. The entire series.
Okay,
is hard
imagine
as hell.
playing the game on the hardest difficulty with the move controller on the final level.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Sure, I could eventually. But I'm not doing that.
I never beat the final level, man. That was hard.
Alright.
Unless
you're like a toddler, no game is impossible for you to beat. It's just if you have the patience for it.
No, I mean, I legit could not beat Resistance 3. Like, I spent hours trying to beat that game.
Oh.
But I was in like 8th grade, so I don't know if...
Yeah.
But by 8th grade, you're old enough that... I think I was...
But you didn't really play games until then, either.
No, I didn't. Because my first system... I had a GameCube. I had, like, really, really bad, like, movie license games
THQ, you had at best Pac-Man World 2, I think.
Yeah. Pac-Man World. I had Resident Evil 4. That was the only actual game I had for it.
Your brother had Resident Evil 4. You played it.
Yeah. I played it occasionally.
Out of the two of us, I have a physical copy of Resident Evil 4.
I have like 5 copies of Resident Evil 4, though.
I have that and the best one, but it's stolen.
What was the best one?
The Wii one.
Oh, the Wii one, okay.
I'm still perplexed how that is.
Well, we were literally just talking about how motion controls don't work, but the best version of Resident Evil 4
I'm
is
saying
one...
the PS Move one didn't work.
I don't get why, like, because it should have, because it's this better than a Wii remote.
Well, that's what perplexed me. That's one of the only games that's good on the fucking Wii. All right.
Mario Galaxies.
Okay, we got 3.
We got 3. There was a Kirby game that was pretty... There were 2 Kirby games that were pretty cool.
That didn't use the motion control. It used the shaking, but you didn't point at it.
Oh, we're talking about it. I thought we were just talking about good games on the Wii, because that alone is hard to figure out.
Oh, no, I'm talking about, like, motion control. You know?
Okay,
Resident Evil 4 was the only one that actually worked. With the
Galaxy didn't use motion controls either.
It didn't just work. You were a fucking wizard.
Okay.
when you had it.
Okay, I have one. No More Heroes. Did you ever play that?
No, actually, no.
Okay.
Maybe. Look it up for me.
Here, look it up after the episode, because... here. Yeah, if you want to follow along on here, look up some No More Heroes gameplay.
But yeah, like, you weren't just accurate on the Wii version of Resident Evil 4. It was fun as hell, and you were a fucking gun magician.
Yeah, this was one of the few games I really liked on the...
You mastered Gun Fu. Oh, yeah, I know that. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I played it before. And it's like,
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Cause it's just like another just dumb hack and slash.
Dumb hack and slashes are fun, man.
No, cause
speaking of dumb hack and slashes,
because you put them on par with like other things, like this is infinitely better, and I don't even like it. You know, I like shit like top tier shit. You know,
if you're wondering what he's pointing at, it's my recommendation. But yeah, so what we were originally talking about, how EmuParadise went to Paradise. Yeah, it's sad. See, I'm hoping with it being gone, we might get to see more and more games actually be available to purchase now, but I doubt it. I still feel like there's going to be a couple... Like, as Final Fantasy V, for example, I truly don't know where you can buy that game. Or, like... I think it might be available on...
Damn, I forgot there was a Final Fantasy V.
Well, I mean... I did too, in a sense, but at the same time, if I ever want to play it, I'm just kind of shit out of luck, you know? Unless I go hunt down an old-ass Game Boy Advance.
Because we always talk about, it's like, oh man, 4 and 6 are great, and then... It's
5 was... It was okay.
And it's just like, there's a 5?
Alright, so the best ways to play through Final Fantasies 1 through 12.
You notice how it stopped at 13?
Yeah, it didn't mention 13.
What's 13? I do mean it. That's one of the worst games I've ever played.
I gotta disable my ad blocker again on this website.
Because that website's a cock blocker.
Okay, so... Yeah, the only real way you can... The only real way that you could play Final Fantasy V is if you have a PS3 and you buy it on the PS3 store. Or if you have a Vita, you buy it on there. Or if you... And those are both the PS1 version. Or if you want to buy the mobile version for your phone. That has like the really crappy sprites that they redid. Or you can hunt down a Game Boy Advance and play that version. But stuff like that, what I'm talking about, where it'd be nice if Game Boy Advance in general, I don't really think you can. There's a lot of games in that library that you just can't get anymore unless you have.
Yeah, they don't do this.
Like, Golden Sun's another one. I don't. No, that was in the Wii U shop, but okay.
Who owned a Wii U?
I did.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be good. It's Nintendo, man.
You're one of the assholes who owned a Wii U.
I bought it when it came out. I thought it was Nintendo.
Can you even mod a Wii U that well?
I've never looked that up. There's, I might play with. It's not even worth my time, to be honest.
Because we have that.
I have a computer. It'd be fun, but at the same time, it's kind of pointless, you know.
At least with the Wii one, you could put on fucking.
There's another one, the Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. You can't play that on any current system either. Your best bet is to either get the Wii U version of it, the remake, or hunt down a GameCube copy of the game.
The GameCube's cheap. The copy of the game isn't.
How much is a fucking
GameCube? You can actually get like cheap.
Yeah, I know the system. You don't have any problem getting one of those, but how much is the Wind Waker?
But you can get a Wii and just play it on there. I'd buy a sack of potatoes more expensive than
actually, it's not that bad. For a used copy of Wind Waker, it's $24.39.
With what? All right, let's add the case.
You're not gonna get it with the case.
What is it with the actual shit with it? Why do people throw the fucking cases away?
That would go to collectible.
Huh?
$30.29.
Why do people throw the fucking cases away? Why is it disc only?
Because
what savages?
I remember at least with my family that they were big on those. In the early 2000s, when discs were being a thing, they sold these binders that you could put your all your discs in, and they would just put my brother would put all his discs in those and just get rid of the cases because it was more convenient to just have it in one giant binder. He didn't really care about the collecting aspect of it. He just wanted to watch this shit and play his games.
The fucking early 2000s was a savage time.
And it makes sense though. If you're going anywhere, you have your discs, you can just grab the binder. Where do you put there's no point if you're not keeping
a fucking shelf.
The case exists to protect the disc. If you have something else to protect the disc.
Who doesn't have a shelf?
Where's my shelf, Spencer? In this bedroom, where's my shelf? I'm out of space on it.
The fuck you is. Just stand these up and you'll have more than enough space. You don't have space because you're laying them flat down to where you purposely don't have space.
Shut the fuck up. I didn't expect you to get up there and look. Don't call me on my bullshit. Okay, so...
Live on the air.
We need to try it live one of these times. Alright, so... Moving on to recommendations. My TV show recommendation is The Good Place. It's good. So I recommended Brooklyn Nine-Nine for our first episode. This is about the same people who did Brooklyn Nine-Nine, as well as Parks and Recreation. I'm not that big on Parks and Rec, but I really like Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I'm not big on Parks and Rec either.
I actually like The Good Place more than Brooklyn Nine-Nine, to be honest. Just the attention to detail in this show is really impressive.
I don't like the actress.
He doesn't like Kristen Bell. It stars Kristen Bell.
She just doesn't have good delivery. I'm sorry.
But when you die, you go to the good place or to the bad place, depending on what kind of person you were. And in the show, only the best of the best people get to go to the good place. And, well, Kristen Bell's character, she really wasn't that great of a person. Her name's Eleanor. Eleanor Shellstrop. And she was kind of a selfish bitch when she was alive. So she arrives in the good place, and she's freaking out because there's been a mistake made. And she's trying, you have a soulmate in the good place. She meets her soulmate, his name is Chidi, and Chidi tries to start teaching her how to be a better person so that she doesn't get found out, and then they both get in trouble. And it's a really good show. Like you see all these people like really trying to become better people, and it's pretty awesome. And she's one of my favorite characters in a sitcom.
Should we tell what it actually is?
No, we shouldn't.
Alright.
Season 1 finale is awesome, though. I will say that.
Oh, is it actually going to have a season 2 after that?
It's going to have a season 3. It already has 2 seasons. It got renewed for... the season 2 finale is really good, too. Yeah, it 55 days, we're getting a new season of Good Place for season 3. And then soon, I think sometime next year, we're getting probably the final season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine has 5 seasons.
I thought it already got its final season.
No, it Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
No, even when it was renewed by those one people, I thought they were only doing one season.
Yeah, what happened was it finished season 5. Season 5 ended on a cliffhanger, and then it got canceled. Fox decided it wasn't going to renew it for its 6th season. And NBC stepped in and
bought it within 24 hours.
Yeah, bought it within 24 hours, and they're gonna do a 13 season, season 6. Not 13 season, 13 episode season 6. It's not really clear as to if they're gonna renew it again after that, but I would guess since it's only 13 episodes, that's gonna just be to wrap it up, which kind of makes me sad, but. Yeah.
At least all these shows are coming back to actually fucking finish.
That is like.
But on the downside, a lot of shows that should stay dead are coming back.
It annoys me more when a show that had an ending comes back.
Oh.
But we're getting Teen Titans. We're getting
Young Justice. We got Samurai Jack back. We're getting
Clone Wars. That's the one I'm most excited for. Yeah, sorry, I don't give a shit about your Teen Titans. I've never seen like more than 3 episodes of it.
You can eat an ass.
But like Clone Wars is finally ending, which I'm more excited for that than I am the actual Star Wars movies. It's just better.
Star Wars movies are shit now.
Like the only thing that I actually really care about Star Wars wise, I really like the original trilogy. Everyone really likes it.
It almost makes me embarrassed that I was a Star Wars fan ever. Like that's how fucking bad the.
Okay, I think you can agree with me on this. So the original trilogy is pretty cool, and then the Clone Wars.
Pretty cool.
Okay,
they're icons.
The original trilogy is awesome, and then the Star Wars: The Clone Wars TV series is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, ignore the prequels. Especially now that we're getting season 7 of Clone Wars.
I'd rather watch the prequels than the new films.
Yeah. Okay, I've been saying this for a long time. Revenge of the Sith is actually a pretty good movie.
I'd even watch the first 2. Probably not Attack of the Clones. That movie's fucking boring.
Phantom Menace is...
I get more out of an incredibly terrible film than something that's painfully mediocre.
Phantom Menace is a really bad movie, but it's kind of fun at the same time.
Yeah, you get the pod races, you get all this other neat stuff.
Like, okay, here's a question.
Last Jedi's boring.
Here's a question.
Rogue One was boring.
I've never actually asked you this. Take away Star Wars
that's insulting.
Take away Star Wars from the Phantom Menace. It not considering a Star Wars movie, would you say it's a somewhat okay sci-fi movie?
No.
Oh, okay.
Terrible acting, terrible script, terrible everything.
I mean, I expect that from anything that, like, sci-fi related from the early 2000s, so... Like, just viewing it as an early 2000s sci-fi movie. I'm talking about the channel sci-fi.
Oh, a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
like, kind of campy, fun stuff.
Yeah, you can have fun with that, I guess.
Yeah. Like, if you go in with that kind of mindset, you can have fun with it.
I was about to say, like, sci-fi has crafted some of the
greatest
films.
There's no way to, like, in my head I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know how to say
Sci-Fi Channel. I thought you meant the genre. I'm like, that has crafted some of the biggest masterpieces in history. Literary and film.
What genre would superhero movies fall under?
Science fantasy.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, wouldn't Iron Man technically be science fiction?
I mean, Star Wars technically science fantasy too because of the Force.
Yeah, midichlorians, mumbo jumbo, and all that.
Whatnot. Reincarnation.
There's not reincarnation in Star Wars, is there?
There
was a fan theory that Rey was a reincarnation, but that they didn't go that route, which they should have. I've been okay with that.
Of Clone Wars where they weren't on that one place with those fucking Jesus people of the Force.
Oh, yeah, that was like one of my favorite episodes too. I don't know how I forgot that. Yeah, I can't remember what that episode was called, but it was really good. You know what? That's another recommendation for you. Go watch the Clone Wars episode. Let me figure out what it's called for you. Because it stands alone.
Can't you just say, just go watch Clone Wars?
Yeah, go watch Clone Wars. It's all good.
He's like, fuck The Good Place.
No, The Good Place is really good. I will say in Clone Wars, it's one of those shows. It's split into arcs. Like it'll have a couple episodes that's one arc, and then it'll end that arc, and then it'll move on to another arc. And there are some that are just blatantly better than others.
I will say the Clone Wars villains are better than anything from the prequels and the fucking new movies, especially.
Technically, they're the same villains, though.
Huh?
They're the same villains, though, technically.
Written better. I mean, no, because they got Cad Bane.
Cad Bane's cool. I like Cad
Who
Bane.
rapes Kylo Ren.
I like Cad Bane a lot. But yeah, like Grievous, Dooku. Oh, Asajj Ventress. She's like one of the best villains in the show. She wasn't in the movies.
They're just done better in that show.
Count Dooku's a really good villain in the Clone Wars, too. Freaking Darth Sidious is a good villain in the Clone Wars. I mean, Chancellor Palpatine.
Chancellor.
But, like, he's a conniving little fucker. You actually see him, like, be fucking evil in that show.
You get to see him doing that.
Yeah. So, what's your movie or TV show recommendation? I don't know why I pretend you ever have a TV show.
I watch shows.
You watch the same shows that you've seen 50 times since you were like 10?
I pick up new shows.
What's the newest show you've watched that you haven't seen before?
Newest show that I've watched that I haven't seen before.
That you liked.
That I liked.
That came out within the last 3 years.
That came out in the last 3 years.
Yeah, you don't fucking watch TV, Spencer. I can name 5 right off the top of my head.
It's just, I don't like the pacing of them now.
The Good Place, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Ranch. I know that there's Altered Carbon, and there was one that I literally just finished. Westworld.
I don't like the pacing of them now.
Well, like,
because
Game of Thrones has the same type of pacing, but you really like Game of Thrones.
No, it doesn't. Because those Netflix series are meant to be binged. They have a different.
Ever since like season 2 of Game of Thrones finished, Game of Thrones has been more of a binge type show than anything. I watched all 7 seasons. There was a definite pacing change after 3 seasons. I binged all 7 one after the other. Starting in season 3, I don't know if I just got hooked to more into
back.
What do you mean months back? I watched them all.
Yeah.
It was like, it's been since I left Walmart. I was at Pretoria, I think, so that would have been
months back.
Oh god, I've been at G4S for 5 months now.
So more like 7 months. It's been half a year, bitch. That was before you had every single fucking subscription.
No, back then I did. I had more back then.
With fucking less?
I had HBO Now, and I don't have HBO Now anymore.
And that shitty ass trailer?
No, I've lived here for a full year now. Like, I lived here. I moved here in October.
Oh yeah, I remember, because you switched to Pretoria while you were here.
Yeah.
But yeah, still, like, you didn't watch Game of Thrones till later, you know.
I got to watch all 7 seasons at once. That was nice.
The only one that has that weird pacing is season 7.
And 6.
There's a lot more wrong with season 7.
Season 6 had the same pacing as 7, dude.
Mid-season, not the last few episodes, though.
I mean, I don't, like, it was a short season when you're watching all at once. I'm sorry, I don't remember the pacing of the first 3 episodes. I just remember as a whole, it was a very binge Game of Thrones is just a bingeable show in general, dude. Like, Game of Thrones is just a bingeable show to begin with.
Like, bingeable is different than binge structure.
So, which would you prefer? Because would you prefer that you had to wait a whole week just to see a new 40-minute episode of a show, or do you prefer that it all came out at once and it was meant to be watched at once? Because personally, I fucking hated waiting 3 months to finish a season. That was pretty terrible, man. It's not that great.
Okay, I actually would say that it has worse pacing because they do.
And then we had the 24 episodes a season then.
Because you take the shows that do have that structure, like Stranger Things has a lot of wasted time moments in it.
Yeah, and if it was airing, like, if it wasn't meant to be bingeable, like, airing it all at once and then having that thing, you would be having 24 episodes of Stranger Things versus just the 12. And that would be that would be worse.
24 episodes.
Because shows didn't stop having 24 episodes per season until, like, Netflix and all that started becoming
for
a thing.
sitcom.
For anything, really. Like, when was, like, Breaking Bad, didn't that have, like, close to 20 episodes per season?
Yeah, I thought I only had 14 per season.
I could have sworn that.
I thought the final season did because they had to bring it back and renew it technically.
Oh, just had a season
but,
break.
Like, The Wire had 10 episodes.
HBO doesn't count, man. They've been doing that for ages. I'm talking about actual... Well, I mean, HBO
No,
is
I was
actually...
talking about HBO's Game of Thrones.
Okay, but I'm talking about in general, though. Like, TV in general. I don't count HBO because HBO's always been doing it right, I guess. But HBO also is fucking expensive. Episode list. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like in your face good
Breaking Bad.
in a long
That wasn't Breaking Bad like a decade ago.
Yeah. So it's been a while.
Yeah, it aired its final season in 2013.
Like
God damn, man.
Even in terms of cartoons, there hasn't been anything. You know.
Okay, Breaking Bad only had 13 episodes per season. Okay, maybe I'm remembering it wrong.
I remember, because that's usually only sitcoms that has.
Okay.
That many episodes.
Well, yeah, sitcoms definitely.
Yeah, and they're easier to film. You know. They pick one set location or specific in a studio. And they have different scriptwriters for each episode.
Okay, so we are getting close to the hour mark, man. So what is your movie recommendation?
My recommendation is 12 Monkeys, about starring Bruce Willis in the fucking future where most of the population was annihilated by a fucking plague. And then they had to time travel him back to fucking 1996, but he accidentally goes 1999. Not 1990. He has to wait 6 years to try and figure out and get a way out to try and stop this cult from making this plague that wipes out most of the place. All right.
Well, I asked quickly.
And my video game recommendation is actually a non-recommendation. I don't recommend Oblivion because Oblivion's garbage. And that'll be discussed for next episode. Hey, thank you for coming. This has been...
Didn't we say we were going to discuss why we like Avatar this episode, but we didn't?
Oh, we were?
Yeah, we said that. I just remember we said that last. We'll do that next episode too. Next episode, just no news.
You know, let's make show notes right now where we talk about why Oblivion shit and why we love Avatar.
Okay,
we'll somehow correlate them together and how you write things.
Next episode is no news. We'll leave out the news and we'll just talk about stuff that we like, which might be the better way to do the show anyway.
And stuff that we don't, like Oblivion, because Oblivion's trash.
My video game recommendation, real quick, is Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Really stupid title, but at the same time, it's kind of an amazing title. It lets you know what you're about to get into.
It's the best worst title.
It tells you what you're about to get into. Like in this game, you play as Raiden from the Metal Gear series, and the whole game is just a ridiculous, silly, over-the-top action hack and slash game, and I love it. And you need to play it.
Like, my thing with that game, what I don't like is the non-ability to block.
Okay, the pairing system does require some getting used to, but if you play it on easy...
because I can get used to the pairing system. It's the fact that I have to get used to a pairing system. You know?
If you want...
Because I see him doing this, and I'm like, but I can't block, and I'm just like, why?
If you play on easy, it will automatically parry for you. And the game is still a challenge, but it's significantly easier.
No, I was playing on normal the entire time.
Yeah, that's the best way to play it.
But I didn't like it, because even then I'm like, okay, but why can't I block?
Alright,
because there's no excuse.
That's our show. Thank you for watching. If you like this and want to see more, hit that subscribe button.
Smash that motherfucking like button.
It's your boy, William.
And your big daddy deep dick.
Yeah, no. And thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, leave them in the comments. We are totally open to suggestions because Lord knows we need help.
Here at a government-subsidized apartment. Have a good day.
You all have a good one.